beats.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your man, Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, tonight's video, dude, we have an update on Francis Ngannou, and it looks like he is no longer with the UFC, and he is officially a free agent. And this is crazy because I just came out with a video earlier talking about how they announced Jon Jones versus Cyril Gane for the UFC Heavyweight Championship, and I was wondering, what is the status of Francis Ngannou's contract? Because there was all these rumors stating how he was supposed to be fighting a dude like Jon Jones, but it has been made official he is no longer with the UFC. And this is coming out in MMAnews.com, where it states, Dana White and the UFC bid farewell to Francis Ngannou. And in this article, it goes on to state, the ongoing saga of Francis Ngannou's contract status with the UFC has reached its conclusion. For over a year now, Francis Ngannou's UFC contract status has been one of the hottest topics in MMA, with speculation abound on if he'd remain with the promotion and face Jon Jones in a mega fight for the ages. Now it appears that he may not compete in the UFC ever again. It also goes on to state in this article, at the UFC Vegas 67 post-fight press conference, Dana White addressed Ngannou's status with the promotion, or total lack thereof, after Jon Jones versus Cyril Gane became public. We've been working on a new agreement for Francis for like 2 years now, and we had gotten to a point where he was going to fight Jon Jones, and many who believe, including me, that he's the best of all time for the heavyweight championship. And Jon Jones has been willing and ready and able to fight anybody. He didn't care who it was. Could have been anybody in the heavyweight division. He was ready to go. We offered Francis a deal that would have made him the highest paid heavyweight in the history of the company, more than Brock Lesnar, more than anybody, and he turned down the deal. So we get to this point. I've told you guys before, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. I think Francis is in a place right now where he doesn't want to take a lot of risks. He feels like he's in a good position where he could fight lesser opponents and make more money. So we're going to let him do that. We're going to release him from his contract. We're going to give up our right to match, and he can go wherever he wants and do whatever he wants, quote. Now, with that news coming out, dude, that definitely sucks. Just for the simple fact is, I definitely wanted to see that fight with Ngannou and Jon Jones. That would have been one of the biggest fights in friggin' MMA, period. But I can understand the sentiment of a dude like Ngannou, just for the simple fact is, I know he is looking for other avenues. One of the main things that I remember him talking about a lot about was fighting a dude like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder and crossover mega fights and stuff like that. But with him not being in the UFC anymore, I can't really fault him. There are definitely some fights I would still like to see him in, like a dude like Jon Jones, or even a rematch with Cyril Gane, because that was still a really good fight. But dude, he's literally cleaned out the friggin' heavyweight division in the UFC. I mean, he beat friggin' Cyril Gane, Stipe, Rosenstruik. Like, if you name him, he's beat him. I think the only dude he didn't beat was friggin' Derek Lewis. That was like the friggin' worst MMA fight I've ever friggin' seen in the UFC. That was like literally the most boring fight I've ever friggin' seen in the UFC, which I would have thought that would have been the most exciting fight in the friggin' UFC. You understand what I'm saying? But besides that, he's literally cleaned out the division, done everything that he can do in that damn division. So with him going into other avenues, I can definitely see him going to the PFL, where there were rumors stating that he was signing with the PFL just because there were pictures out, I think, with his family members with PFL shirts on. So with that rumor coming out, I definitely think that is true, that he is going to be going with the PFL. And especially the PFL, they do give you avenues to be able to do crossover stuff, to be able to kind of do whatever it is that you want to do. So I can definitely see him going over there, being able to do MMA fights over there, and then still being able to do crossover boxing matches, trying to get a fight with like a Tyson Fury or a Deontay Wilder and trying to get super fights like that. But I guess only time is going to tell what exactly is going to happen with that. If he is able to get mega fights and super fights like that, I will definitely watch. And it's just going to be interesting to see, where is Ngannou going to go from here with his career. Okay, you guys? So I hope you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments, hit me up in the comment section and I'll be sure to hit you guys up. All right, so I hope you like the video. Holla at you, man.